I hoping that we're not too rusty from having the long break with the different sounds. Before we get started, I want to ask if anybody has still has any issues with getting the different any difficulty with the sounds that we're learning.
I don't want to say I'm a pro at all because I'm way off that, but I feel like a little practice will help help remove some rust from the holidays, maybe.
I feel like I'm so green at learning that I don't really know what I don't know. I might sound terrible, but think I sound good. I don't know.
That's a great place to be.
Okay, we will go through the practice the sounds. Mara, I'm going to have you do this because my mouth is really tired today. Because I think when I was making my cake, my mouth was watering too much. So
That sounds good. If we're going to do it that way, would you mind sharing the slides so I could see everybody while we're going along?
okay, good question here.
I can do that if you prefer.
How do I put that slides on my desk, or do you know how to put it on my desktop? Just give me a second here. I'm gonna look around here, see if okay, I've got to go back there.
For week 3, week 4.
Okay, this here, I want to put on a desktop, or I guess I could put it into there.
Do we still have remote? Yeah, you do. Okay.
Oh,
Good. So then just go back here.
okay, I go to here.
And then hit.
Where is the
Go down here. Go down here. Hit that one. And then go back and pull this down. And hit that.
that one there?
Yep. Okay. Can everyone see it?
Oh, wait, where's my voice?
Not yet.
Oh. Shucks, I thought you would have been able to.
If you want, Alfred or Mara, Mardell and I have them as well, like the ones you sent out. So if it's easier, we could pop it up.
Okay, yeah, if you want to do that, I can't see if I could. Can I copy? No.
Duncan will share them.
I've got the master deck here, Mara. What is the slide number we're starting on?
That's a good question, Duncan. I think it's around 47, 48.
Here, I'll just share my screen and then I'll flip to there and you can tell me. Okay, 40.
Yeah, correct.
40
46.
Beautiful.
Certainly. So today, our date is sis sa itun mit ditni nak dasuk natanik sa oken mietni. Does anybody want to take a turn saying that? It's what we're here for. No? Okay. We can move on to the next slide then. Thanks, Duncan.
Just throw us all in the deep end, hey? Well, somebody will
Go
jump in.
for it. Try it.
Well, I don't want to steal the spotlight, I think Lori was looking very keen to jump in. No, apparently putting the rest off.
Okay, what it says is it is, okay, go back to it again. Says it is again, kla. It one mititne 10. It will. See it over there, that's 10. The 10th day mititne of January, the months, Natanik, and sa okay, Okaniyat is the day, Monday, the first day of the week. That's how that's interpreted. So you want me to go over that again so you write it down, or you got it?
Could you say it one more time?
Okay, sis is it. It is again, kla is again. It one, it wo is 10. The 10th day, mitit, and then ne is just the ending of the number, okay, ne, so that's just the ending. Naktasuk, January, Natanik, months, and then Kla, O, Gin, Meyetine, Monday, the first day of the week, first day, which is Monday. We say Monday is the first day. For some reason, like I'm sure years ago, the calendars used to start off with Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And so our word for Sunday translates to the last day of the week, the last day of counting, of day counting, I guess it would be. So, and I think somewhere along the line, they changed calendars to have Sunday, the first day of the week again, so. Okay, go ahead. I'm done here.
This is just a recap of what we'll be doing today. We'll go over our sounds, do our vocal exercises, review numbers 21 to 30. We're going to learn 31 to 40. We'll review the outdoor basics, those the outdoor basics that we came up with for last week's slide or last session slides. We'll do our clothing again, and then we have some colors and your school related phrases that you have sent in. We do have a slide that has 3 sentences that don't have any phrases translated or don't have the phrases translated due to the fact that we don't have those words, and Alfred will go over that when the time comes. And now we can go on to the next slide and get into it. Oh, that looks funky.
That does look a little funky. Maybe I'll I can try to bring up our other one if that helps.
The one that we were emailed also had a little bit out of line, so I'm not sure if it's gonna help finding that one.
Okay.
It's okay, it's still usable.
Absolutely. It's just wondering why it's not sticking there.
Okay, I will share that one again then.
Duncan, if you click on it, it's in a box and you can stretch the box and it fits on.
Okay. Oh, gotcha here. Is that any better?
Yeah, and then go to the left and then you'll get the rest of it too.
Okay, I'm juggling a few different things here. Can you see all that?
That's good. Yeah, we can work with that for sure.
Okay.
All right, everybody ready? You got your throats good to go? You can do this muted or unmuted if you want. I don't mind hearing, and it's good if we can hear each other's feedback. I'm gonna say it and then I'll wait for you to say it again with me. Ta ti tu,
Chat.
Two.
ta ti tu, ha he hu,
Ha he
Who?
ka ki ku,
a he u
ka ki ku.
a he u
Sydney. Sa he su,
ha he u
la li lu,
la li lu
ma mi mu,
ma mi mu
ma me. Sorry, that caught me right away. Ma mi mu.
ma mi mu
Na ni nu,
na ni nu
then we're gonna hold on to the end a little bit and let the vowels slide real quick. Na ni nu.
na ni
No.
nu
Ba bi bu,
a he u
ba bi bu.
a he u
Ba ki gu,
ka ki ku
ka ki ku.
ka ki ku
Tiffany. Sa si su,
sa si su
da ti tu,
da ti tu
da ti tu.
da ti tu
Wa we wu,
wa we wu
ha he hu.
ha he hu
Tiffany. Ya yi you,
ya ye you
Tiffany. Very good. Alfred, do you have any concerns or comments on that? You're muted.
The difference between the Q and the K, I'd have to listen again to those two to see if you could get right sound to, like the Q has to be way back as in gullible. And even if you slow down for those sounds to try and get the proper vocal positioning of the air. So ka, ke, o, and ka, ki, go. So I think that with practice, we can slow those down just a little bit to try and get the positioning of the sounds. The da, de, do was almost like an English T, ta, ti, tu. But the ta, te, to was okay. So not bad though, like the fa, fe, fo was good, the PA. Okay. Doing pretty good though for not having language for about 3 weeks or so.
Alfred, with
Yep.
that cue, can you say now to me it sounds like more like I keep going with the K, but you have said it's the hard Q and I keep mixing them up. Can you say a few times, please?
Okay. Um, now I'm going to say improperly. Akam, 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 rather than akam, akam. Can you hear the difference?
I can, but it still sounds very similar to the K. I wish it sounded very distinctly not K. The
Yeah,
hard
akam.
Q is hard.
So if you go gullible, see
Yep.
gull,
Go, go, go,
oh,
go.
oh, and then work to, even if you just make that noise like way back a little bit further, that was sort of like, it's almost like you have to fold your tip of your tongue back as far back as you can and make a noise from the base of your tongue. Underneath your chin, if you hold your esophagus, that should vibrate. Compared to
Good, thank you.
yeah, it'll be just a matter of practicing it and slowing down and getting your mind to figure out where you can find that sound. And a lot of times, I think if you just practice making, I'm gonna say just making sounds, making any kind of sounds until you finally get to that spot. Like what are the other exercise was finding the toad. Remember that exercise? It was like right at the end, in order to make the noise, I just close my close my mouth. But that sound is where the cue comes from. So that would be a good exercise for you to practice. We call find the toad. Okay, let's continue on. Okay, I will do this part here. Cha, chaka,
Cha,
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 chaka,
Chaka.
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 Che, chick-go, chick-go, che,
Chick-go.
chick-go. Cho, chokon, kana,
Jo,
chokon,
Ghana.
kana. Ta, chakne, cha,
Cha.
chakne.
ne,
I guess that's cha, chakne, chakne. A hard C.
Chuck.
Che,
ne,
che, checos,
Che.
che,
Chico.
checos. Cho, chopnakot,
Chu.
cho,
Chup.
chopnakot. Ha, hasek,
Ha.
ha,
Hash.
hasek. He, hemo,
Hey.
he,
Him.
hemo. Ho, hochok,
ho,
Hochok.
hochok. Ka, kaskupas,
Ka.
ka,
Ka.
kaskupas. Ke, kesnok,
Ke.
ke,
Kesno.
nok. Ko, kupe,
Go.
ko,
Go.
kupe. Ka, kastoki,
Ka.
ka,
Ka. Toki.
kastoki. Ke, ketkoka,
Ke.
ke,
Hoka.
ka. Ko, kotmek,
Go.
ko,
Good.
kotmek. Sa, sahakno,
Sa.
sahakno.
no,
Se, se,
Se.
se,
Se.
so, so what?
Su.
So,
Suwa.
blah, blah, swa,
La.
blah,
Plaswa.
le, lesa,
Le. Lesa.
lesa, lo, losen,
Lu.
Lucien,
sen, ma, mak,
ma,
ma, mak, me, metkik,
Me.
metkik, mo, mok,
Mo.
Mo,
Mo.
no, na, nahik,
Na.
na,
Nahik.
nahik, ne, nisse,
Ne.
ne, nisse,
Neshe.
no, no, sa, nana, no,
Nu.
no,
Sha.
sa, nana.
Nana.
Hey, anybody have any questions or difficult one there that they want to go back to?
I can't remember why there's Lali and Lu for names for Laswa, Lisa, Lucin. Do they all mean names?
Yeah. Or Lisa is our word for angel, like an angel in prayers and in the Christian belief. Lucin is Lucy, and Francois, I'm not too sure what that one was. That was, I think, for Frank. Francois.
No,
Yeah,
sorry.
or-
I thought because it was names, that it was just different versions of the word name, but you just mean it's actual somebody's name. I gotcha.
I think we were talking there
yeah.
about where to put the emphasis on which vowel. So when you put the
Yeah.
emphasis on the last, it's the name only. Is that right, Alfred?
Yeah, you're right. That's the only emphasis is put on the last syllable and the names. Like David is Dawit, Dawit. Yeah, anything else?
Can we do the last one again? I found that combination of the K and Bard L tough.
Okay, yeah, that should have been NU glottal K as one nok, sa, nana.
No.
So we go no,
Sa,
sa, nana.
nana. No, sa, nana.
But we do have the K Bardell A combination, as you know, in the numbers and the days of the week. Sa. Sa oken mayit, sa I mayit, sa kasan mayit. So we have the K Bardell A combination also. But on this word, it's nok, sa, nana. I missed that when I was reviewing these, so. Okay, are we okay to move on? Okay, numbers. Okay, Mara, do you want to do this? Or do the group want to do it on their own?
I think it would be a nice treat to see the group do it first, and then we could do it together after.
So somebody can do 1 to 5. Or do 3 each, 21, 22, 23. Oh, okay, 23 is over underneath the 21. Okay, if you go to the I1 class for 22 and kick, oh, there you go. No, I just, oh, okay, you know more about it than I do. I was moving my I would have moved my 22, got rid of it closer to the 21, then the 23 would have jumped back into place.
Is that
Yeah,
okay?
working with, yeah, that looks good. Okay, so what do we want to do? Just do 3 each? Somebody will do 21 to 23, and then next person will do 24 to 26.
Ewum tha uki. Ewum tha as. Ewum tha casa. Casa.
I won't.
I
I.
Iwum.
Next person,
I can go. Iwum sa cha. Iwum sa yiku. Iwum sa inmisa.
okay. The yiku, I won't yiku, the raised dot means to hold on to that sound just a little bit longer than you would. I won't yiku. Okay, good. Next one.
Okay. I womb sla with sasa. With sasa. I womb sla wu ha cha cha. I womb sla ga gitwu.
Good. Yeah, you made the wistasa good the first time, and you just thought you said it wrong. So, but you were right on the first time you tried it. Okay, and I'll do Kaksanwo 30. Okay, next slide. Okay, somebody, the first 3.
I'll give it a go. Kasanwum la uki. Kasanwum la as. Kasanwum la katsa.
Yeah, good. Yeah, very good, because you're what happens with beginner speakers when we're dealing with long combination of sounds like this, by the time you get to the end, your mouth is dry. So just take your time. But your bardels are very good. You said Kaksan Wom. Okay. The K probably not a big thing. So, and then by the time you got to Kaksan Wom Sakasa, your mouth was drying out because you went gus, and then the S and the bardell you mixed up there. But that's okay, good. Okay, 34, 35, 36.
Kasan wum sa hasha. Ha no. Sorry, one more time. Kasan wum sa hacha. Kasan wum sa yiku. Kasan wum sa inmisa. More. Kasan wum la inmisa. Inmisa.
Okay, good. You did good with your kacha. The yiku, if you remember I said our sounds are a little bit different than the English. So the I is ye, go, go. Inmisa, not a very hard English I in there. Like I always say, it's sort of a lazier, more relaxed sound in missa. Okay, the next one.
I'll try. Katsan wum tha with atha. Katsan wum tha wuhacha. Katsan wum tha gaikit wu.
Good. Yeah, the cent sign cha is the one you have a little bit of difficulty with, but not bad at all. I would suggest the group, instead of saying I'll try, you say I'll do this one.
Good point.
Hey, you understand what I'm saying? A lot of you, when you before you start to say, oh, I'll try this one, but I don't want a try. I want you to do it. So you basically, when you want to do, let's say 37, 38, 39, when you come up to the plate, you say, I'll do this one, or I'll do the next. You understand what I'm saying? That gives you your positive expression rather than your unsure expression. Okay, Mara, you want to do 40?
Hatsan wu.
Okay,
Hatsan wu.
next slide.
So can I have a question about 40? Just because I'm
Yeah.
curious with the intonation of that, because normally it's hacha, there's a space there, but now the intonation goes on ka'anwu. So then we lose that space, or do we still add that space at this hacha? Like, how do you make that intonation? Like, so you lose that dot in a way, or no?
No, you're let me just think about a word. Just a second. Okay, the difference between Chanwu and this A in Titmos. Chanwu. Can you sound or see the difference?
Maybe. No, actually, I don't. I'm confused with the other
Okay.
word.
Okay, Chanwu.
Chan.
And yeah,
Yeah.
let's go with another word. Kawu. 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 Chanwu. Kawu. Both A's are long. I've got two long A's there, and I've got one short A in my second word. As a matter of fact, we do have that in both. Chanwu and Kawu.
Right. Okay, I understand it now. Yeah, there's two things. That there's the length and then there's intonation. There are two different things, of course. Yeah. Okay, thank you for clarifying.
Next slide. Okay, do you guys want to do these? Someone do 3? And then we can discuss after if you have difficulties or. Or do you want me to say it and everybody say it after me? One or two? Okay, we'll go
Two.
with. Okay, I will say it. Akin koko. Akin koko. Kotas. Kotas.
Kuta.
Si kat sitit mos. Si kat sitit mos. We'll say that again.
That's a hard one.
Si kat sitit mos. Si kat sitit mos. Okay. We did not pronounce the K on that because remember when we first talked about it, I said I wasn't going to be expecting you to do the K cent sign combination. Kawo. Kawo.
What is that, rope?
Yep.
Knots.
Kawo is rope.
Rope, okay, thank you.
Yeah, there's a different word for knots. Oh, all I remember is it starts with and something or other. Chamas nana. Chamas nana.
Nana.
And even just for knife, you could say chamas. Is for any knife.
Nana means small, right?
Yeah, and nana means small. Okay, next one. Kas no kahnemos. Kas no kahnemos. So kas no kahnemos.
What is and that's is it a flashlight or a lantern or like both, I guess?
Both.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's something I haven't been able to break that up to understand what it's really saying, but it has gas for me indicates carrying something, and I don't understand the no kach ne. The most means the thing that is used to do. So I'm not too sure whether it's the thing that you're carrying that you can see around or, yeah. So that's part of my learning the language and teaching it to the other group. I have to try and figure out all the different sounds and where they come from, sort of in how our people got the Kachnemos how they got the combination of those sounds to indicate light. And I'm thinking it has something to do with carrying the light with there's nothing in there about the hand, but so that's my job. I have to break up all these different words and try and make sense out of them. Some of them I can't because it's so old. So
yeah, it's interesting. Thank you.
we'll go next slide. Okay, clothing. Kam tam. Kam tam. Kam tam. And then that's the rolling M. Kam tam. Kam tam. Then next one, san. San. That's the rolling N with I call it a rolling N. It's san. A sudden stop. San.
Shan.
Next one, pasya. Pasya.
Yeah.
Pasya.
Sikapu.
Sikapu.
Hey, does anyone remember where I said that word came from?
Le capot.
Yeah, le capot from the French. Okay, omnemos.
Omnemos.
Sokakpoknam.
Sokakpoknam.
Say that one more time. Sokakpoknam.
Sokakpoknam.
Could you guys do the K Vardell combination? Sok, 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 hak, yeah. So that one is an easy combination to do for the K Vardell. Now the K on omnemos and the sok, hak, nam, the K at the front basically changes the word into a noun. Come is a verb, sleep, and the K added to that word with the most makes that into a noun word. Okay, the next one, pants, kanak folk. Kanak
folk.
Kanak folk. Okay, do you want to lift that up just a wee bit? I can't read the bottom. No. Can you guys see the bottom words?
If you
Just
put your
read
screen
them.
on full size.
There we go. Yep. Okay. Eso cacanemos. Eso cacanemos.
Tiso kakanemos.
Eso cacanemos.
Eso cacanemos.
Iso kakanemos.
That means eso comes from the word meaning cover. Kak, K-A-K, comes from the word, the neck. And then the most, I don't know where the ane comes from, but the most means a thing used to cover your neck. Akatwumsa.
Ktunaxa.
Akaswumsa.
Akat with a T. Akatwumsa.
Akatwumsa.
Akasikinam.
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 Ashkenam.
Akasikinam.
Akasikinam.
That was one of the words that I had a very hard time because we never had it written. And so the aka, the vowels were a little bit longer, and then the I's in there were very short. So aka sikinam. And if I went to a speaker and I said aka sikinam, they'd sort of look at me like I was crazy. Because the word is akasiki nam.
Akaslikinam.
Ashkenam.
The last word, itik ayuka nam. Itik
Ayukanam.
ayuka nam. Itik ayuka nam.
Ayukanam.
So that one, itik, means stretchy. Like that's a word for a sweater also. Itik, anything that's stretchy is itik. Ayuka is hat, any type of head covering. Ayuka and nam is just not specific to ownership. Itik ayuka nam. So if you wanted to have someone give you your hat, you would just use the kakayuka, my hat. Okay. Okay, do you want to do this one, Mara? Or, yeah, do the same way we were doing before.
We're going to work on our colors now. And there's a few colors that you're going to notice that are the same. And Alfred, after we're done going through the wording, perhaps you can explain to us why the choices of the colors are and what blue and greens and combinations of these things are. Akahamik. Akahamik. Ganhamika. Ganhamika.
Ganhamika.
Kak aku maka. Kak aku maka.
Kakahumaka.
Kakuk uk, us, nuhus. Gam,
Kam
guk,
uk
uk,
no
and got rainbow here. Inismi, inismi,
Inismi.
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 ganuhus, ganuhus,
Ganuhus.
ganuhus,
Ganuhus.
gak suyitka,
Gasoika.
and the next one beside it, yaminkan, yaminkan,
Yaminkan.
Yaminkan.
ki kup nuhus, ki
Kup nuhus.
the next slide. Kikup,
Kepuk.
gamakti, gamakti,
Kamakse.
and blue is or black is hiding underneath kikup. So we have gam gup ukus, gam gup ukus,
Gam koko.
gam guk ukus,
Gam koko.
ukni, gamakti,
Kamakse.
gamnuk su, gamnuk su,
Gamnuk su.
gamnuk su,
Gamnuk su.
ak aguhumaka, kakaguhumaka,
Kakahumaka.
maka. Yeah. You're right there. Kakaguhumaka. Yeah. Sukni. Now I know that on this slide we have Kamakti in orange and yellow. Alfred, would you explain to us why the colors are the same, please?
I think the different shades of yellow is what they had. I don't know why that is, or just how it was. The big everybody calls it an argument, but the color for green and blue, and also some of the differences within the tribe, between the different groups or areas, had a different word. Like for blue, you'll notice that you want to go one slide up back to the color blue. Yeah. So you'll see under blue, there's two words, Kaksoyitka and Yaminkan. So the southern group uses Yaminkan because for the blue color, because up here we use Yaminkan for the word for bluebird. And so I'm not too sure why our group up here had the Kaksoyitka word, but I've been very, well, how do you say, stubborn in making sure that both those words are used, and making sure that I point out the difference between the two, even though our word Ktunaxa is harder to remember than the Yaminkan, which is our word for bluebird, and where some of our people up here would probably say Yaminkan because it's easier to remember. I correct them to be using the word Ktunaxa, and then Kakakohmaka, the color green. That word and the word for blue, Ktunaxa, has there's a bit of a discussion on that, and where some people say blue is Kakakohmaka and green is Ktunaxa. And the way I separated those two in meaning is that Kakakohmaka has to be green because there are other words that, like grass, or that has the kuh sound in there. If the grass was, if the word Ktunaxa was for the color green, it would, the word for grass would have the either the soyit part of the word in it, and it doesn't. So I go back to, because it has the QUX in it, the kuh sound in it, then Kakakohmaka has to be green. The other thing I think that caused it, when people wanted to talk about blue jean, back in the day, all the work pants, there was no blue jeans, and all the work pants were green color. So they called that pants using the part of the word for green, Kakakohmaka. And so that has been a bit of a issue for us. And Kamkokokor is black. The word for brown, Kamkokokor nohos. The nohos comes from red. If you look at red, gan nohos. So that nohos is part of that Kamkokokor, which would indicate a reddish black color for brown. So I never did look into the meaning of inmisa, nor did I ask any of the elders when they were still around about that, why it was called inmisa. But a lot of times it was just that they would say, well, it means, inmisa, it means rainbow. And over the years, we've lost a lot of, like, going back to rainbow. There was the old people, let's say 2 generations ago, would always be saying, don't point at the rainbow or you're going to get boils. I think either it was boils or warts. Now, I don't know, that was one of the things they always said, don't point at the rainbow. So, but then the meaning of that wasn't carried over and continued. So there was a lot of different things that they would say that we didn't know what they really meant. So, any questions? Okay, we'll go to the next. Okay, these are school-related phrases. Hos anachamnasa. Hos anachamnasa.
I got it. Masa.
Yeah, we'll say it 3 times. Hos anachamnasa.
Anachamnasa.
You'll see hos up there, and if you look at the little frog waving at you at the bottom, you say huts. That huts and hos, the sense on the bordel, are just tense. Tense markers, I guess. Hos means or not tense. Oh, it's sort of hard to explain. It's not really tense, but hos means we should or let's. Put, I will. Okay, so there's 2 different I don't like to call them tenses. I call them ideas or notions. And in Ktunaxa, we have, I think, 15 different notions, I call them. So, hus anachamnasa.
Anachamnasa.
And that says, yeah, we are going to go outside. That's a definite suggestion that you're going to go outside. Okay. Kasa kseswam na husanitsky. Kasa kseswam na husanitsky.
Husanitsky.
So that says, who is here today? Kasa kseswam na husanitsky.
Kathakiswam na Husanitsky.
So you see miyit in there, which means they. Husan miyit is another form of nausan miyit. It's a different form of today. Nausan miyitki is another word for today. Husan miyitki is also for a word for today. Okay. Makak. Makak means wait or also could mean excuse me or move out of the way. Makak. Okay, the next one, the little froggy in the bottom, Ktunaxa, Ktunaxa, Ganmiyit. Ktunaxa, Ganmiyit. Ktunaxa, Ganmiyit.
Can
Okay,
you
one
do
more
the-
time.
Yeah.
Ktunaxa,
Which,
opchnisne, opchnisne, kanmiyet.
Ja,
me.
Nisni kan met.
Okay, you're happy with that?
Can you just do the
Okay.
up, the UPX part up?
Opchnisne,
Up,
Op-
can,
Nisni.
Nisni,
Nisni.
opchnisne.
Nisni.
Yeah, opchnisne.
Opchnisne.
Yeah, perfect. And if you have difficulty, just slow it down. Opchnisne.
Opchnisne.
And if I were saying that in regular speed, opchnisne kanmiyet. That would be the regular speed. But hopefully by the end, we'll be at that. We'll be rattling off all these sentences. Next one, Jin Afas Tislam. Jin Afas
Kapas
Tislam.
Tislam. Tislam.
Jin Afas Tislam.
Chin,
Kapas
Nam.
Tislam.
Jin, if you say chin and then just slack off on your CH. Jin.
Chin,
Jin.
Tin.
Yeah, Jin.
Chin Kapas
Kapas Tislam.
Tislam.
Nam.
Perfect. Okay, Mat Hitchan. Mat
Mat. Hisnam.
Hitchan.
Mat.
Mat.
Naha.
Hitchan.
Mat. Hitchan.
And that basically says don't talk. So you and it also means quiet. Hasa chukin. Hasa chukin. Hasa chukin.
Hasa Jukin.
And I was looking at that when like my mind goes to ha means to do in my mind, and I've been working at really breaking up these different words for the other group. Sacho is from the to hide. It's sacho. Ha, to be hiding. Ki is the talk, the speak. So that basically says hide your speak or hide your voice. So that's where the term comes from. And it took me a while to figure that one out because when I'm learning the language and the way it's written, it's starting to make a little more sense for me. So now I by looking at that word that way, then I've learned a word by breaking it up into different sounds. Because what was amazing when for me was I would ask the elders when we have a lot of speakers yet. And I asked them a question about, oh, how do you say this? And they get it like right away. And some of it, like this word here, they would get this word right away. And then I wonder, okay, how did they know that? You know, that to whisper was hasa tsukin. So that's what I've been learning all along here with this other group. So it's really interesting. It makes more sense. So then there's some words that we probably could teach you, like itkacho, so that you know that to hide, and hasacho kin, hasachukin. Okay, next one. Any questions on that? On any of this page? Okay, we'll go to the next. Okay, we've had this before, right? Okay, we'll go. Oh, I was hoping somebody would say, I'll try it or I'll do it. But okay, I'll do it. I'll do it here. Ho sukis kokne.
Ho
Ho
soke
sukis
kokne.
kokne. Juan nit kik sik soksi. Juan
Ne kik
nit
kik
kik
siksi.
Knit, kick, thick, kick. Oh, I lost it.
Juan it kik sik soksi.
Man
Man,
kik kik toksi.
It's really hard to take a break in Ktunaxa, I think.
Exactly. And what that word means, it, like the net, it means to do. Kick gives the indication of to. Kick is the feet. Soak, to rest, and then say the ending. So that's how it kick, sick, soak, say. So basically that's saying you should make your both feet rest.
Knit, kick, thick, thuk,
Thick.
see.
Oh, yep. And by breaking that up, it really makes it a little bit easier to remember. It, to do, kick, to, kick, legs or feet, soak, rest, see. It, kick, kick, soak, see.
Man, nick, kick, thick, thuk, see.
Yep, good. Okay. Tinas wukkan.
Inas
Tinas
wukan.
wukkan. Tinas wukkan means when you're talking to one of the students or one person, you go find. Tinas wukkan.
Nat wuksan.
Okay. If you're talking to two or more people, it's tinas wukkakis.
Inas wukakis.
So we've got the same wukka to find in those two words. The endings are different. The N is for the one person, and the KI Bardell is for more than one. That's the ending that whenever you hear the kiss on the end of a word, that means more than one. Okay, Chinas Wokakis.
Chinas
Chinas
Wokakis.
Wokakis.
Vokakis.
Okay. Osokis Kokne Kinwakis.
Sukis kokani
Kokne
kin
Kinwakis. Underneath that, or let's go one more time. Osokis Kokne Kinwakis.
Sukis kokani kinwakis.
Okay. I'm sorry, I made that one means more than one person. And Wam, WAM, we'll have to change this one, Mara, because I didn't realize that's what you wanted was one person. So I'm glad that you came. If you're talking to one person, it's Hosokis Kokne Wam.
Usukis Kokane Ginwam.
Wam.
Sukit kokani kinwam.
Then the bottom one for multiple people, who Hosokis Kokne Kapis Wakis.
Sukis kokani kin kapis wakis.
Hosokis Kokne Kapis Wakis.
Kapis Wakis.
Kin kapis wakis.
Kokane Ginwapis.
Who wishes Saksisni.
Ho
Wishes
witliska klisni.
Slack.
Cluck.
Yeah, so if you go, let's separate those centime and the Bardell to start off with. Slack, Saksisni.
Klisni. Klisni.
Who wishes Saksisni.
Ho witliska klisni.
This is a sentence where you have to warn your person you're talking to, put out their umbrella. I'll let the Bardell.
I love you so much, I'll spit on you.
Okay,
That's
the
true
one
love.
underneath. The one underneath is who wishes Slakliskisni.
Who wishes
Wishes
Slaknisni.
Kisni.
So that kiss means more than one. Who wishes Slakliskisni.
Who wishes stuck this
Slakliskisni.
symphony.
Who wishes Slaknisni.
Yeah, that one will have to practice. Like if you slow it right down, Slak, Slakliskisni. Slakliskisni. Just so your tongue starts to form those words.
Indeed.
Okay, so kne hin tmak keene. So kne
Hin
hin tmak keene. Tmak keene.
Chamakini.
So kne hin tmak keene.
So
Kini.
hin
Chamakini.
Okay, that one says good or thank you. You, him is you. Chumak, strong. Ki, strong words or what you said. Nay is the ending of the sentence. So you basically that interprets to good, you, strong talked. Okay. So I call that Ktunaxa way of thinking. Hin chumak ke ine.
Mm.
Nchmak kini.
Annie.
Okay, next one. Any questions on that one?
There's a lot of questions, but I think it's more just figure out the word. I don't think you can help with that right now.
Yeah, if you write down the like some of the things that I'm saying, because as I'm working through these, I'm just saying some things that are coming to my mind. So you have to catch it. Okay. To this one, it says attention back to us. I'm grateful for nature. What are you grateful for? Mary, do you want to talk on this one?
So these were the sentences that we were asked to translate, and there just aren't translations for them is what I was wanting to say. And so we were going
Okay.
to go through what we could use, and it's not going to be a literal. That's why we didn't put a slide for these.
Okay, we can work on that then. Yeah, attention back to us would be sa chikaton, which means look at me again. And for us, attention back to us, the plural of that I'm not to think about that one, because that's a little bit tougher to do. Oh, chikatawas. Chikatawas. That is a different ending. That's why I had a difficulty with it. Then the kiss. Chikatawas. Sa chikatawas. Sa is again. Chikat, look at us, plural. Chikatawas. Sa chikatawas. And then you'd add UN on the end of that as a command. Chikatawason. But we'll have to check that. And what are you grateful for? Could be Kafsin, Matkin, Sukis, Sukis Kokne, Mas, and a Bardell at the end. What are you happy with? Is what I would be saying. Okay, did you get that, Mara?
Hey,
Okay, we go to the next one.
I think that's it. We're done our slides and it's time.
Okay,
No
there was
more.
just there was a question I just seen in the chat. Was that a lunar calendar at one point? I am not too sure. I believe so. I've just heard a very little bit about the lunar way that the old, I'm talking 1, 2, 3 generations ago, they were still using a lunar type of recording their birth, their age. The one lady was 103 years old, I think, when she passed on, when she moved on. And she had, I had heard only that she had her recording of her birth or of her days not in a string. And I think that was based on the moon, on the new moons kind of thing. So, well, that was just something that I heard. I never did see it. So, like I say, we've lost quite a bit of information over the years because of the push by the government to put us into the wider, bigger society. So, any other questions? Well, congratulations, you guys survived your first week back back at the language. So we'll see you next week then. Ktunaxa.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. Alfred.
Tukni.
Thank you.
Ktunaxa.
Isa Kukmayet.
Just me it. Good night.
On when ik happiness kiss.
I have to eat my cake now.